Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the binary tree representations. So how do we exactly represent a binary tree? So there are basically two ways. So let us understand what are these two ways of representing a binary tree. So the first way is nothing but the array representation. Another one is nothing but the linked list representation. So let us see each one of these representations in this slide. Okay. So let us understand the steps or the rules for the array representation. Then let us understand it more detail using a problem. So if T, okay, if T is a binary tree. So what is a binary tree? Binary tree is the one in which a root node can have one node, that is the left subchild, or two node, that is the two this thing subchild, or it need not have a child at all. Okay, then it can be maintained in memory using sequential representation as follows. Okay, yes. So what are the first rules here, or what are the steps? Root r of t is stored in tree of 1. Okay, so what is this tree of 1? This is nothing but a array. It is nothing but an array. Okay, so root r of t is always the first node, top node is stored in the tree 1. That is the first location. Remember, if this is valid, then only other points will be valid, students. Remember that. Okay, if a node n occupies tree of k, okay, then its left child is stored in tree 2 into k. So its left child is stored in tree 2 into k, and its right child is stored in tree 2 into k plus 1. So these two rules are very important in understanding the concept. If you are not clear with this concept, then we cannot understand the problem or the array representation as a whole. Then next one, null is used to indicate empty subtree. Okay, last one is if tree of 1 is equal to null, then that is an empty tree. Why? Because here there is no root node. There is no root node. Okay, so what are the rules? Once again, let us see. Always the root is stored in the first location. Okay, and if any node occupies tree of any location, say let it be tree of 1. Okay, say if root node occupies tree of 1, then its left child is nothing but 2 into k. In that location, its left child will be there, and its right child will be there in 2 into 1 plus 1, that is 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1. Then the third location, its right child will be there. So that means what? If root is there in the first location, then its left child will be there in second location, and its right child will be there in third location, according to this rule, students. Okay, just remember this in mind, and let us understand through a representation, okay, or the illustration. Yes. So in this example, students, we have a tree here. So I'll just put in a this thing. Okay, I'll just mark it. Okay, so here what we are doing, here we are nothing but here we are understanding the array representation. Here we are understanding the array representation. Okay, yes. So here we have an array, students. Here we have an array which has how many? 14 locations. Okay, here there are 14 places in an array. Okay, this is nothing but an array. Okay, starting with location 1. So students, what we have understood in the here, which is the root here? So we know that here 45, what is this? 45 is the root. 45 is the root. Okay, and where the root should be there? And the root should be there in the first location. So the first location, so this is the root, is always should be there in the first location of the array. That is why 45 is stored in the first location. So then k is equal to 1, that is 45. So we have understood this from the property. Okay, studied in the steps, studied by steps. Okay, so how to find the left child? So what is the 22? What is the 22? 22 is the left child of left child of 45, left child of 45, which is the root. And that is 77. What is 77? 77 is the right child, right child. Okay, right child of root, which is nothing but 45. So this you need to understand. If you understand this 22 and 77 how to store, no, then all other things are follows, as all other things follows as it is. Okay, so when k is equal to 1, that is 45. So how do you find the left subtree? So left subtree, so here that is what we have written here, that is nothing but 45 is stored in tree of 1. 45 is stored in tree of 1 property. Then if 22 is the left child subchild. So for the left child subchild, what is the rule? Left subchild of the tree is stored in 2 into k. What is the k here? K is 1, so that is nothing but tree of 2. So in tree of 2, your left subchild is stored. So that is how we get 22. Then right side child, that's right subchild. Where do we store right subchild? Right subchild we stored in the 77th location. That is nothing but tree of 2 into 1 plus 1. That is nothing but 2 in tree of 3. So in tree of 3 we stored the 77. We stored the 77. So that is how it goes. Yes. So students, now when k is equal to 2, okay, when k is equal to 2, so what is that? 2, that is in second level, that is of course tree of 2. Okay, so what is tree of 2? That is 22. So it is already stored, it is already stored from the previous step. Okay, now students, we need to find the 11. So 11, how do we find the 11? 11 is the left subchild of tree of 2, that is 22. So it is 2 into 2, tree of 2 into 2, that is tree of 4. So in the tree of 4 we save 11. Similarly, in 30, which is nothing but the fifth element. Okay, so how do we know it is the fifth element? Tree of 5, that is nothing but tree of 2 into 2. Okay, tree of 2 into 2, which is k is equal to 2. In second location we have 22. So tree of 2 into 2 plus 1, that is tree of 5. So in tree of 5 we have 30. Okay, we have 30. Okay, next one, k is equal to 3. Okay, when k is equal to 3, okay, what do we have? That is tree of 3 is equal to 77. 77 we have. Okay, so left child, of course it is null, students, because 2 into 3 we don't have anything, it doesn't have a left child. We have observed that 77 does not have a left child. 77 does not have a left child, so it is blank. Okay, that is what I, now right child is nothing but, right child is nothing but 90. Okay, which is nothing but stored in 2 into 3 plus 1. Okay, 3 is nothing but 77. Third location you have 77. So 2 into 3 plus 1 is nothing but 3 of 7. You have 90. Okay, so in the same fashion, students, you need to continue with taking k as 4 and finding the respective elements of 15, 25 and 88. So when we solve it, students, when we solve it, we get 15, 25 and 88. So we'll just do k for the illustration here. K is equal to 4. Okay, k is equal to 4 we'll do. Okay, so left child subchild. So k is equal to 4. What is 3 is equal to tree of 4? So in tree of 4, what do you have? Tree of 4. In tree of 4 we have 11. Okay, so 11's left child we don't have, students. 11's left child we don't have. Okay, but right child we have as 15. So how do we find the right child? Okay, so right child of 11, right child of 11. So how do we find? That is nothing but 2 into 4 plus 1, 8 plus 1. Okay, that is nothing but ninth location. So ninth location we store 15. So that is how it is. That is how it is. Okay, so this is one more. So similarly, take k is equal to 5. Okay, take k is equal to 5. So you have 30 there. Okay, you have 30 there. So k is equal to 5. Okay, so k is equal to 5. So tree of 5. What do you have in tree of 5? You have tree of 5, you have 30, you have 30 in tree of 5. So left child, so it has the left child, we can see in the diagram it has a left child 25. So how do you find the left child? Okay, left child of 5, left child of 30, element 30, that is nothing but 2 into 5 plus 1. Okay, so 2 into 5, okay, which is nothing but the left child, that, that is nothing but the 10. Okay, now we should not do plus 1. Why? Because it is a left child. It is the left child, not the right child. Remember, it is not the right child. So it is stored in the 10th location. It is stored in the 10th location. So of course we don't have anything in 6th location. Next we have 7th location. So you are supposed to take the last one as k is equal to 7, which is nothing but the 90, which is nothing but 3 of 7, 3 of 7, which is nothing but 90. Okay, so how do you find now? So you don't have a, you have a left child, correct? No, so 2 into 7, 2 into 7, it is left child. Okay, left child, 2 into 7, which is nothing but 14th location. So 88 will be stored in 14th location. So 88 will be stored in the 14th location. That is what we have seen. So hence we have, this is how your error representation works. Okay, we have completed the all the positions. Okay, so this is the, I mean, we have finished all the elements. We have saved all the elements in the tree. Now if you see in the array, we can see 45, 22, 77, 11, 30 and 90, 15, 25 and 88. All the elements are stored in the array of the tree. So this is the array representation of the tree. Next one is the linked representation. Second type is the linked representation. So let us again understand the rules of the linked representation. Consider a binary tree, which is also called as a BT. Okay, binary tree T, which can be maintained in memory by means of linked representation using three parallel arrays. Here we use three parallel arrays. So what are these three parallel arrays? One is the array which stores the info field. Next one is the array which stores the left field. Another one is the array which stores the right field, and a pointer variable root as follows. Okay, yes, because linked list always need a pointer, students. Okay, where root pointer from where the whole list will start, then it continues as follows. Okay, in the next slide we'll, when we next slide, when we see the diagram or the representation of the linked representation, you'll understand it better. Okay, so first of all, each node n of t will correspond to a location key, such that info of k contains data at node n, left k contains the location of left child of node n, and right k contains the location of right child of node n. Okay, see, for example, so if 10 is the element, okay, if 10 is the element, information element, and if I say 14 and 16, that means what? 14 is the left child is stored here. In the 14th location, left child is stored, and in the 16th location, right child is stored. Okay, right child is stored, child is stored. Okay, and what are for 10, 14, 16? These are the locations. Okay, so that is how you need to understand it. Okay, so let us, we will have a diagram there. We have a neat diagram, so we let us see that diagram and understand the concept in better. Okay, so we have the more rules there. So what are those? Root will contain location of root r. Okay, root will contain location of root r, and if any subtree is empty, then corresponding pointer will contain null value. If any subtree is empty, then corresponding pointer will contain null value. So that means 0, it will have 0. If tree itself is empty, then root will contains null value, then root contains null value. So these are the 6 rules, okay, golden rules of the linked representation. If you know these rules, then only you will understand the linked representation. Okay, so let us understand, okay, in detail. So this is our t, binary tree T. Okay, this is our binary tree T. Okay, so a is the root, students. So we can see here in the linked representation, a is the root, and it has the left link and the right link. Okay, L link. So this is the L link, and this is the R link. Correct, no, students? And this is the info. This is the info, L link and the R link info. So what do you have in the L link of A? You have the L link of A, left link of A, you have B. Okay, you have B, so that is why B is stored here. And into the right link of A you have C, so that is why C is stored here. Okay, once again B also has got a left and right link. Okay, left and right link. So in the left link of B, what do you have? You have D. Okay, so that is why D is stored here. And to the right link of B you have E, so that is why E is stored here. Now again, D doesn't have a left link or a right link. Observe here, D doesn't have a left link or a right link. So it is cut there. Okay, you can put a cross here also. Similarly, E has a left link, which is nothing but F. So that is why F is given here. And F doesn't have a uh, left or right link. Okay, so that is why cross marks are put there. Similarly, C has a G and H, which is the left and right link. Okay, so I have given G here and M here. Okay, and similarly G doesn't have a left or right link, put a cross there. And M has a left and right link, J and K. Okay, so that is why they are marked here. And J has a left link, which is L, and L doesn't have a left or right link, so that is why cross marks are put. And for K, it doesn't have a left or right link, so that's why cross marks are put. So hence we have traversed the whole tree. Okay, now students, what are that those parallel arrays? What are those three parallel arrays we were speaking about? What are these parallel arrays we are speaking about? Okay, now let us understand that about that parallel arrays. So for that we need to understand the memory representation, as we have seen in the array representation. In the array representation we only had a single array, and in that we used to store the elements, and we have properly understood how we store the elements. But here we have three parallel arrays. What are the names of those three parallel arrays? One is info field, one is left field, one is right field. Okay, and always remember students, wherever the root is there, wherever the root pointer points, that is the first element. There is a first element. So they have given the root as 5. Okay, and in fifth element A is stored. In the fifth A is stored, so this is the root place, that is in the fifth location A is stored. And in the left of that is given as 10. Okay, so in the memory students, in the memory it is stored as follows, that is in 1 K is stored, 2 C is stored, 3 G is stored. Okay, so how is this? Because in the 5 A is stored, and I have given the left link of that is left link of the A as 10. That means what? In left link of A, what do you have? In the left link of A you have B. So B is stored, B should be stored in the 10th location. B should be stored in the 10th location. And in the right link, what do you have? This is 3. Right link is given 2. So 2 in second location, C should be stored. In second location, C should be stored. Now again students, B has a child, that is D and E. Now where D should be stored? That will be given in the B, that is the 18th location. In the 18th location, D is stored. In the 18th location, G is stored. And D doesn't have a child, that is why we are giving 0 and 0. Okay, 0 and 0. And right, that is in the right location, that is in the right of B, E is stored. So that is in the 12th location. In the 12th location, E is there. Similarly, E has only the left child, that is why which is stored in the 11th location, which is there in the F. Okay, and it doesn't have a right child, that is why 0. Okay, so when it doesn't have any child, it is represented by a null value. Okay, yes. So now next, similarly, in the similarly, we let us go through the left child of E. Okay, left child of E is F. So that is also done. We are done with that. Next, we have to go through the left and right child of C. So in C, if you go, okay, C has the third location. In third location, G is there, which is its child. Okay, and in the left right link, that is 6. Okay, in the 6, what is there? You have H, okay, which is the right link. Okay, now G, once again, if you go to G, okay, if you go to G, which is stored in the third location, it is 0 0. Why it is 0 0? Because G doesn't have a children, because G doesn't have a children. So we are done with it. But H students, if you go to H there, okay, H has the once again the left and right link, correct? Now what are those? J and K. Now J is stored in the 17th location. J is stored in the 17th location, and in the first location you have K. Okay, in the first location you have K, which is once again 0 and 0. Okay, why is the left link and right link of K is 0 and 0? Because it doesn't have a child. It doesn't have a child, whereas J has the left child. J has the left child, which is there in the seventh location, which is nothing but L. But okay, and L doesn't have a child, left hand. That's why it is given as 0 and 0, 0 and 0. Okay, and J doesn't have a right child. Yeah. So that is why it is 0. Similarly, your F is also not having left and right child. That is why it is given as 0. Yes. So students, now we have to, all the numbers we have circled, we have understood now. Okay. Now what are the remaining things there? Okay. What is remaining things? So there is one thing called as avail list. Okay. This will tell you the empty spaces, where and all empty spaces is there. So if avail list starts from 8, then it will show you the next empty space. That is nothing but 9 in the left. Okay. Then 9, from 9 it is told you the next empty space, which is there in the 4. So 4 will store you the next empty space, which is there in the 13. So when if you go to 13, it will show the next empty space, which is in 14. It will show 14 will show the next empty space, it is in 15. Then 15 will show the next empty space, that is there in 16. 16 will show you the next empty space, which is there in the 19th location. So 19 will show you the next empty space, which is there in the 20th location. Now we are done with the all the empty locations. So that is why in 20th it will show you the null. At the end, once we are done with the end, show you the empty spaces. So here we will maintain the two lists. Correct now students. One is the root one, which will have you the letters, okay, memory spaces, and away list, which will show you the empty spaces. So how will be the root will be stored? So we have already stored in the linked list. Correct no? These concepts we have discussed. So if root starts from 5, okay, it will, yes, this is the double linked list students. This is double linked list. Correct no? Because it has the L link and the R link, remember. Okay, so if 5 is there, 5 is the root element, then its left and right link, what it should have, its left and right link should have your B and C. So B and C will be there in the, you have to give the element there. Okay, 5 is the root, no, 5 is the location. Okay, 5 is the location. Root, wherever root is there, no, that one's location 5, not the element. What is the element over there? Element is there is A. Okay, element is nothing but A. So if you write this, you can write it like this: A is the element, and A's left link, which is there, is 10. Okay, then in 10th location you will have B. Okay, a left link, that is LB. So what is this B now? If you draw this way, okay, this is B, and this is the 10th location. Okay, yes, so I will show you like this. Okay, let us see. A's right link is 2 now. Okay, its right link is 2, so this is nothing but 2. In 2, what do you have? You have C. So that is how it is. Okay, that is how it is. You need to continue with the entire list. That is how it is. B is stored in the 10th location. So then again, B also he has a left and right child. Okay, so which is nothing but D. So D's and B's left and right will have the address, okay, of the D and E. D and E. Okay, so what it will be? What it will be? It is 18 and 12. It is 18 and 12. Okay. Similarly, C, what does it has? What does it has? C has 3 and 6. So that is how you have to continue with your list. That is how you are continue with your list. Okay. This is all we have in this, the array and the linked representation. That is all we have, the array and linked representation. Let us see if we have anything to go. Yes, so we have some problems over here. We have some problems over here related to the concept, related to the concept. So students, what you have to solve this problem now? How to solve this problem? They have given you the tree, binary tree here. They have given you the binary tree here. So we know that A is a root. Okay, so they've already given us, okay, where is the root? So root is stored in 1. So root is stored in 1. Correct. No, so A. So what is the left and right child of the A? Okay, what is the left and right child of A? So we can see that A has B and C as a left and right child. So where is B stored now? B is stored in 10. So that is why 10 comes here. And right child you have uh, C. Correct. No, so where is C stored? C is stored in 2. Yes. So that is how we fill the elements. Next, we go to B. Okay, next we go to B. B has D and E as the left and right child. Where is D stored? D is stored in 3 left. Okay, then where is E stored? E is stored in 9. Okay, 9. So let us go to the left of B now. Let us go to left of B, that is nothing but 3. Okay, that is nothing but D. So D doesn't have a left and right child, so we simply put it as 0 and wind it up. Okay, similarly B has a right child which is near the ninth location, which is E. E has a left and right child which is G and H, and G is stored in 4. Okay, G is stored in 4 and H is stored in 7. H is stored in the 7. Okay, H is stored in 7. Now G and H doesn't have any of its childrens, so you can simply put it as 0. You can simply put it as 0. That is left link, and right link of the G you can simply put it as 0. And next, coming to the A's right we have C. Okay, doesn't have a left child, so you can put a 0, and it has a right child F, which is there in the location 8, which is there in the location 8. So if you go to the 8th location, if you go to the 8th location, you have F, which doesn't have a left and right child, so you can put it as 0. You can put it as 0. So then students, we have away list. So because these two spaces are empty, that is 5th and 6th locations are empty, so that is why when we go to the away list starts from the 5th location, which shows you the address of the left 6th location, and 6th location you have 0. That means you don't have any more space left. So that is the our first answer, that is nothing but first one. Okay, yes. Now next find, yes, the depth of the tree. So depth of the tree is over here. No, sorry, the first one is nothing but fill values of root left and right. So we have already filled it, here and here, both are same students. Just to make you understand, I have made it again. Next one is the depth of the tree. Okay, depth of the tree, students, is 4. So we can understand what is depth. Depth is nothing but height of the tree. You can have this is, okay, you have level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3. What is depth? Depth is equal to level plus 1. So totally we have 4. Totally we have 4, which is nothing but 3 plus 1. Depth is equal to 3 plus 1. Okay, which is nothing but 4. Okay, that is what they are giving. Then number of null subtrees. So number of null subtrees is, students, 9. Okay, so if you count the number of zeros which I have marked here, it is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So what are the descendants of node B? Descendants of node B are nothing but, descendants of node B is nothing but D, E, G and H, because D, E, G, H comes below B. Okay, so these are nothing but the descendants of B. Descendants of B. So that is our problem is all about. That is our problem is all about. Okay, we have one more. This thing. So here they have asking you to, in this problem they are asking you to draw the diagram. They have given you the memory representation, asking you to draw the diagram. So how to draw here? First you need to locate the root. First you need to locate the root. Root is nothing but A. Okay, so you draw the A here. Okay, so you can mark this, or you don't mark, doesn't matter. Then go to the left location. Okay, left link. L is represent the left link, I is nothing but the info, L is nothing but the left link, and R is nothing but the right link. R is nothing but the right link. Okay, yes. Now if you see in the fifth location you get the left link. Okay, that is nothing but B. In the fifth location you have B, so I draw B in that way. Okay, and in the right one, in the ninth location you have C, so that is how I get C. Now if I go to the fifth location, I get the left link of B, that is in the sitting in the 18th location, which is nothing but D. Okay, that is nothing but D, and D has 0 and 0. That means it is a diff, that is D doesn't have a left and right child. Next, if you go to the right of B, you have to go to the 7th location. In the 7th location I have E. Okay, I have E, so it has a child called as E. So has left child, that is there in the first location, that is nothing but H. and it doesn't have a right child. E doesn't have a right child, so that is why it is 0. Next, E, uh, we have to go to the E students. Where is E? It is in first location. Yeah, so okay, E goes to 1, which is there. H is there to go, and in H has the fourth location. H has the left child, which is nothing but P. Is nothing but P. So I will just draw it here, P. Okay. Then in the right of H, what do you have? It is there in the 11th location. That is nothing but Q. That is nothing but Q. So H has Q location. It has Q. So Q doesn't have a, now Q, yes, come to P first. P have 0 0, that means this doesn't have a child over there, but your Q, that is nothing but Q has a, Q is the right of H, correct? No, so we need to go to Q doesn't have a left child, but it has a right child, which is nothing but 12, which is nothing but 12. Okay, in 12, what do you have? You have S in 12. You have S in 12. You have S in 12. Okay, so if you go to S, it is once again 0 and 0. That means it is ending there. It is ending there. Next, we have to go back to our C, okay, which is there in the ninth location, which is in the ninth location. We have processed the left of A. Now we have to process the right of A. Okay, now in the right of A, what do you have? You have C. Okay, so C students, if you go to left link of C, it is 0. It doesn't have any left child, but it has a right child at the location 10, which is nothing but F, which is nothing but F. So you can draw. Please be maintain the F. Okay, so what is F? F has a left and right child, is there in 15th and 16th location. So in 15th location you have K, which is a child of it, which is in the same level of H, remember. Then it has a L, which is in the right child. So L doesn't have a left and right child, so that ends there. But K has a left child. It doesn't have a right child, which is 0, but K have a left child, so it goes down again. It is there in the second location, which is nothing but R. Okay, which is nothing but R. So this is our last element of the tree. It's your last element of the tree. This is the left of K. K's left is R. Okay, so R doesn't have a left and right child. Okay, yes, we are done with all. Okay, we are done with all the elements of the trees. Now the remaining locations are nothing but, it is simply shows you the avail list. It will simply show you the avail list, or other things we have marked, students. Remaining, that is in 13th location. Okay, you have that is in your 17th location, and in your 13th location, in your 6th location, third location, you have the avail list. Okay, so that we need not bother, because we had to draw the tree. Now if you compare the left and right trees, okay, that is 1 and 2, both are same. So if you compare 1 and 2, both are same. 1 and 2 are same. So that is how I draw a tree. That is how I draw a tree. Thank you. This is all we have in our this PPT.